Hi, I'm an animator, and I used to work on My Little Pony. Today's story is about how to get into the animation industry. Now, it depends on what you would like to join. Would you like to be a 2D artist or a 3D artist? Do you want to work in video games, or do you want to work in film and theater? Depending on what you want is the most crucial thing. If you're doing 2D, I recommend learning the classical and learning Toon Boom, the program. That program has been very important in the cartoon TV industry for a while. Whatever you like, the show, the movie, go into the credits and find the people working on the job you want. And look that person up on LinkedIn. That's the best place to find information for professionals. Then, once you found a person, check what their education is. Where did they study? You might notice that a lot of people have bachelor degrees, and I also recommend that. Because with a bachelor's, you won't have as many struggles in the industry. It gives you a lot more job opportunities than without it. What happens is, once you're placed into a job, they'll try to keep you in that job, and you'll never get a chance to get out if you don't have the skills. I don't know much about other countries' schools, but for Canada, the top one is Sheridan. Anytime there's a recruiting, Sheridan students are first to get picked. And then after that is Capilano. Once all the students are picked from Capilano, then it's onto the year programs. That's why a year program isn't the greatest. You'll be the last picked. The other thing is, once you've found a school, some schools might not be beneficial to you. They might not get you work. So it's also important to check out the alumni. Make sure your school has alumni that actually get into the industry. Usually you can see this on their website. I would also ask your school beforehand if they host a grad show. For a grad show, they should be sending out an email to all the studios and the recruiters. They'll include your demo reel or the film that you make. The recruiters can review this footage ahead of time before they come to the grad show. That way they know exactly who they want to talk to specifically. You're going to want to have a business card. You can put your face, but make sure you put artwork from your film. That way it's easy to remember you. As recruiters, we'll get maybe 20 cards, maybe 30 cards, because we'll attend different grad shows a night. You might sit down with an animator or a supervisor or a human resource person who will tell you how to improve your work. Your listening ability in that moment is also a test. They want to see if you can handle revisions, because you're going to get a lot of them, regardless of how good you are. And then once that's done, the recruiters will go and they'll discuss who they want to choose. They'll pick out the ones that they saw a lot of potential in. The other way to get work is, if they don't have a grad show, you want to be friends with all of your classmates, because your classmates might also get you work. The way I got work was my teacher hired me. I just showed the potential that he wanted for the job. After that, I stayed close to the human resource department, and I learned when a job came available. When that happened, I would recommend one of my classmates who didn't get hired yet. Or I would talk to a producer and I would negotiate that I could train my classmates for free in hopes that they could be considered for a job. And they got hired. So you never know when your classmates are going to be the most beneficial to getting work. The next thing you can do, though I must mention that right now is a really bad time in our industry, so if you're struggling and you're just a new graduate, it's not just you, it's the industry has gone down. If you're applying through a studio's website, don't be afraid to apply for more than just one job. That's totally fine. You might hear that people don't like that, but it doesn't matter what people like and don't like, it matters about who can do the job. Sometimes you just need to get someone's attention. You might have to do a desperate attempt to do that. Usually getting into a new studio is really hard. If I don't have contacts in that studio, I usually will have to apply more than once. Usually it's word of mouth. As long as someone knows you can do it, you'll get the job. And that's it. I hope this helps you. I wish you luck on your journey, and thank you for listening. Thank you to my supporters on Patreon. If you would like to join, I offer rough drafts, tutorials, and files you can download to help you learn more about animation.